to this presentation. Today's presentation is going to be on streaming and smart TVs. And just a friendly reminder, first of all, this is being recorded. So just keep in mind that we can see and hear everything you're doing. So we'd rather not remove anybody if they're not behaving for whatever reason. Also, in that same vein, please, we know that there are protests going on. We know it's a very tenuous world in which we live, beyond the fact that it's a pandemic and the protests. So please just avoid religion, politics, anything polemic. And finally, because this is a presentation on smart TVs and streaming, we are giving you an overview, but we are not here to talk about brands and reviews and buying and things like that. We have no knowledge of that, so please don't ask us. And because we've been asked before in other presentations, we cannot come to your house and help you hook something up. That's just not the point of this presentation, okay? So with that said, I'm gonna turn it over to the amazing Michelle, if she has anything else that she wants to add, and if not, we're gonna just go on in.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. So back again, my name is Michelle, I'll be the co-host for this presentation. So we have some features in which you can basically use Zoom. We have the chat. If you want to participate in any of our discussion questions, you can also basically talk to us and let us know on what you think about some of the questions, some of the things that we're going to be talking about, Rebecca. And like Rebecca also mentioned, we're part of Senior Planet. I'm going to share our website just in case you guys want to take a look and see what else we offer as well. And also we're posting the survey, Rebecca, isn't we?
No, because this is not this is a
It's not right.
thing.
It's not
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So it's just the chat. I'm just gonna introduce myself
Yeah.
in the chat so everybody can see. Gonna type in good afternoon. All right. All right, so the chat is open. If you have any questions
Thank you.
or any answers on the discussion question that we're gonna be doing. So I think that's all, Rebecca. Rebecca already mentioned everything, so go ahead.
Thank you, love, and thank you guys for coming. We know you could be doing anything on your Tuesday afternoon, so it's lovely to see your faces instead. Ah, there it is. Okay, cool. It was.
Audrey's asking me if Oats is my last name. No, it's not my last name. My name is Michelle. I just have Oats to be recognition in Zoom. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, because we've had many participants with the name Michelle.
Yes,
And so
correct.
to avoid inadvertently not admitting her and like not another participant, she put Oats there just so I could differentiate, and it's appreciated. So with that, thank you. That was a great question, and I'm going to start in. So as promised, it's streaming and smart TVs. So what are we going to talk about today then? What is cord cutting? Streaming with added subscription, subscription-based online entertainment, live TV without cable, and smart TVs and streaming devices. So, as promised, we're starting with discussion. Yes! So, has anyone watched a show or movie online? Did someone have a story to share about watching TV or movies online? And what are some of the streaming platforms that you're familiar with? I feel like personally, because we're in the pandemic right now, you will hopefully have plenty to share with me. We want to hear from you. So either use the chat feature to raise your hand or type in the chat. But either way, we'd like to hear from you.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. Yes, the chat is open, and if you would like to talk to us and let us know about this question, you're more than welcome. I'm actually a fan of watching shows or movies online and also documentaries online. So that's just me. I would like to know if any of you actually watch anything online and any streaming platform that you will be familiar with. I see, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, but Nanir, I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name back again. This person said I have watched PBS documentaries online. Yes, that's me as
Yes.
well. Okay. Audrey said I watch news on YouTube. Thank you for sharing that. Anything that you watch online, Rebecca? Anything that you want to share?
Yes, I actually, because the new season is out, I've been watching Queer Eye for the Straight Guy on Netflix. It's a great way to unwind at the end of the day.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. Thank you for sharing that. Anybody else that want to participate on these discussion questions? I see. I'm again back again. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Naner said, "I scared of Netflix on Hulu." And then Nan, are you scared of Netflix and Hulu, or have you tried Netflix and Hulu? Please typing in the chat and let me know. We're gonna be talking a little bit about Netflix and Hulu as well, right, Rebecca?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. All right. 1 second. I'm checking something here.
Go for it, love.
Okay, let me unmute this person. Hi, how are you? How are you, hon? I'm on mute. Nanner, please pronounce your name for me so I don't get it wrong.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you,
Yes,
love.
we can.
It is split between the ends. It is Nan Neural, but
Okay,
everybody calls me Nan.
okay, Miss Nan. I got you right now. Thank you so much, Miss Nan. So you were trying to talk about Netflix and Hulu. I'm gonna read your answer right now. You said I afraid to try because I'm afraid it will break floodgates for others. Okay, we're gonna talk a little bit about that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for mentioning that. Okay, Miss Nan, thank you so much. Anybody else? All right. I don't see anything in the chat, Rebecca, and I don't see anybody with their hand raised. So if you want, you can move to the next slide.
Perfect. Thank you, Michelle. And thank you guys for all your great answers. So, what is cord cutting, you ask? Doesn't involve scissors, but it does involve canceling expensive multi-channel subscription TV services in favor of streaming media. And streaming is the transfer of data over the internet as a continuous flow, minimum internet speed of 15 megabits per second for high quality. And lately, you never know, even if your quality is there, everybody I think is streaming now, so you might have some issues, who knows. So now, how do you stream without a subscription? Well, for free, you can of course use YouTube, and the newest to the game is Tubi. And finally, there's, of course, every network TV station has their own online presence, like I know CBS.com, NBC.com, PBS, and more. And of course, you can buy or rent. There's the Google Play Store, there's Amazon Video, and of course, there's iTunes. I remember back in the day when it was popular, Downton Abbey. I watched many, many, many an episode of Downton Abbey on iTunes. So, yet again, I'd like to hear from you guys for discussion. So, do you think you might try one of the free streaming platforms we just saw? What are some of your favorite shows, past or present? And can anyone explain the term binge watching?
Please let us know in the chat as well. And if you want to participate, if you have, you can unmute yourself as well or raise your hand in the chat feature as well.
Well, I guess I know what binge watching is. I guess you watch what you want when you want.
Yes.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
sharing. Thank you so much. Anybody else? What are some favorite shows, past or present? Let us know, because at least myself, I'm always into watching new things, especially documentaries. So please let us know. I heard Miss
And
Nan have her hand raised. Let me unmute
yes.
you. Go ahead, Miss Nan.
I was a binge watcher of Game of Thrones.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
I am a
It is,
goth
Yes.
person.
I heard it is so good. I'm basically haven't watched Game of Thrones, but basically they have told me it's super good. So I need to start watching it.
Oh yeah.
You do. You totally do. I'm on Team Nan for that one. My husband actually shielded me from a good bit of the gore. But yes, it is worth definitely worth the watch.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna take that in consideration, ladies. Thank you so much. All right.
Love
Okay.
it. Who else?
I don't see any more raised hand, and I don't see anything in the chat, but I would want to hear from you.
Well, let
Any?
me ask you a question. Watching Game of Thrones, is that considered binge watching? Because that was on at set times. I don't want to
Okay.
belabor over the definition,
Well,
but
Vincent, this is Nan. What you can do, see, well, I'm on the cable, so I was watching cable on demand. And what happens is it showed all, what is it, 7 seasons, 8 seasons of Game of Thrones from the beginning to the end on demand. And what I did is I watched 1 through, I guess, 7 until the last season, and then I watched that real time. So it took up a lot of Saturdays and Sundays of my time. Well, I mean, I loved it, but people couldn't talk to me. I kept telling them to get off the phone. I got to watch it. So with
Oh, thank you.
streaming, I have a feeling you can do it that way if you don't have the on-demand option of cable. I know I'm trying to cut the cable cord, but All right, so I'm shutting up now.
Thank you so much,
No,
Nan, for
we
sharing that.
appreciate you.
I
Yes,
appreciate.
yes, we appreciate and thank you. And that's exactly right. With binge watching, there's a lot of different platforms. I know that YouTube will do this. This is how I end up inadvertently watching hours of animal videos because it stops one and it says up next. And if you don't like switch the screen or turn it off, the next one comes on and then it's like up next. It keeps going and going and until you realize you spent a couple of hours watching like really cute dog videos. And you're like, oh, okay, that was the thing I did.
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing that, Miss Nana and Rebecca. Rebecca, you're clear to move forward.
Thank you, love. So, what are subscription-based online entertainment? So, past and current TV shows and movies like our friend Nan here mentioned Game of Thrones, new original content. It allows for binge watching. And some services do offer several plans. And there are apps that allow you to watch on mobile devices. And on my screen, you see there's the Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, and HBO Now. And all of them, I believe, I know that Netflix and Amazon have apps as well. So no matter what device you have, you can watch and stream content.
I agree. And also with Netflix, I believe, Rebecca, that you can download the episode and watch them as well. Yes.
Yes. And with Netflix, I believe there is the option to stream it, but also I know that my grandparents have Netflix, and they actually get the physical DVDs still because they're more comfortable that way. So I know you can do that as well. So it's not quite streaming, but it's another aspect of that service.
Thank you.
Yeah, so now live TV without cable, and just a friendly reminder, this is just examples of some equipment. We're not recommending that you buy this equipment or that it's something you need. So the HD antenna, so that plugs into the TV and it can be laid flat or hung on the wall. Many of you have probably seen that. Your friend has this like sick new TV, right? And they're like, look, man, it's on the screen, right? It's on the wall. And then there's cable replacement services, which are Sling TV, YouTube TV, and Hulu Live TV, and DirecTV Now. And of course, just remember, if you guys are going to use some of these services, costs can accumulate as you add channels to some of them. So just keep that in mind. If we're trying to cut costs, we're not trying to also add them. Oops, sorry, guys. So now smart TVs and streaming devices. So what makes a smart TV smart, you ask? It has internet capabilities and built-in streaming apps like Netflix and Hulu. And examples of that are the streaming devices that plug into a regular TV, such as the Google Chromecast, Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. And I would love to know, actually, we're going to go into discussion here. So again, I'd like to hear from you guys. Which of these platforms that we discussed today so far are you most interested in trying? And if you don't have a smart TV, is there a device that you think you might purchase? And does anyone think they might decide to cut the cord? I know that Nan has maybe alluded to that. And what program do you think you're most likely to binge watch? Let us know. The chat is open, or you can use the raise your hand function, whatever you're most comfortable doing.
Yes, please let us know. Rebecca, can you go to the previous slide, please?
Yes, happily. Oops. No, okay. No, hold on, guys. Screen sharing. That one?
Yes, thank you. Smart TVs and streaming. Audrey is up there for you. I believe she's taking notes. So take notes, guys. If you want to take notes of this presentation, go ahead.
Perfect. It makes us so happy that you guys are taking notes. We always encourage it. So we're happy to hear that you guys are engrossed enough that you're in the taking notes place. Thank you.
Will this recording be with the video, with the PowerPoint presentation? I heard it's going to be put on Bay Ridge Center's website or some website after this.
That's actually a very good question. Bay Ridge, if you could unmute yourself and answer to that, we would love to know. We're actually not sure.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I think Rebecca, the person that basically knows.
Another Rebecca, not me, Rebecca.
Yeah, another Rebecca, yeah, from Bay Bridge, basically. She will know the answer. So let's see if she can unmute herself and speak to. Yes, hi.
Hi, will you repeat the question for me? Sorry.
The question is, it's one thing to have the audio recording. Will the recording that I see the light flashing on the left-hand side, will the recording include the visual aspect of the presentation?
Yes.
Oh, it will.
Yes.
So I don't have to take notes. I can hear it all over again.
Yeah, exactly. This
I love it.
will be showing as well for you.
So when will that
I have to leave. I have to leave. Bye now.
Bye, Vincent.
Bye, Vincent.
Okay, bye now.
Care. Bye.
I will send the recording at the end to the people on the senior tech team, and I believe that it should be up later this week. I'm not entirely sure, but we will send out an announcement, and all of the sessions should be up on our website.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Rebecca.
Of course.
Perfect.
I have a real quick question, and that
Go
is,
for it, love.
everybody's putting this little chat, and I see it on the top of my screen. Where do I go to do that little chat? Like she said, thank you in the chat, and it's on the top of the screen. One of the viewers.
Now, what kind of device are you on?
On an iPad.
Ah, okay. I think that's actually towards the top, I believe.
Okay.
Where it's like it's right next to where you can maneuver your audio and video.
Okay, but what does it say? What button is it? I don't want to push a button. Everybody sees this crazy button.
It should say chat on this. A thought bubble that says chat.
It says chat?
Yeah.
Is there an icon?
Yes, it looks like a thought bubble.
Yes.
It looks like what? I'm sorry?
A thought bubble.
Okay. All right. I'll try it. Thank you.
No problem, love.
Welcome.
And thank you guys. We know that Zoom, for many of you, is a new-ish platform, or even new. We've also been in a bit of a learning curve with it as well. When we started all our presentations a couple of weeks ago, we were completely version Zoom babies. So don't worry. We appreciate all the questions. And thank you guys for hanging with us. So Michelle, I think, oh, yes.
Question, that's perfect.
Yes. So
Okay,
now we're at discussion, and thank you guys for all your input up till now. We appreciate it. Which of the platforms that we discussed today are you most interested in trying? If you don't have a smart TV, is there a device that you think you might purchase? And does anyone think they might decide to cut the cord? And what program do you think you're most likely to binge watch? Let us know. Either type in the chat or raise your hand, but we want to hear from you.
Okay, so I mentioned earlier I want to cut the cord. This is Nan.
Hi, Nan. Yes.
Sorry, I hate to dominate the conversation, but I wanted to cut the cord. I probably would have already cut the cord if it wasn't for New York 1 and News 12. Is there a way that I can cut the cord and still get that? It's a Spectrum news show.
Huh. I'm actually not sure. Are you, Michelle?
No, I'm not 100% sure, because if it's part of the cable, because it's the company, it's going to be hard even with a HD antenna, right?
Yes.
It's gonna be very hard to get that because when you get the HT antenna, you just get few channels with that.
Okay. Not happy to hear it, but thank you.
Definitely. Now, did anyone else have
You're
any
very welcome,
perspective on
Nan.
this?
Yes. Yeah,
I
some of
have
the
a
participants might
question.
have an answer to that if you have done it. Or is there any? Yes.
Yeah, shouldn't there be like a computer program where you can say what you want and it would spit out you know, what would be the best choice or the closest choice? Because it just seems too much to try to figure, this out. I have a 17-year-old and we have, I don't know, so many televisions in the house, but the main one in the living room, I think it's like 2012. So she gets stuff on her newer TV that we can't get on it. And apparently there's no attachments to it. And, I mean, this big TV, it plays fine. So there's just so much confusion, that somebody should create a program, plug it in, and here's your answer. So why don't you guys do that for us?
Thank you. That's a great idea. I think it's a fantastic idea. I would love to be able to do it, but I don't actually have the computer brain to do that. Who knows? My husband might be able to do it, but I definitely can't. What about you, Michelle?
Yeah, I agree with you completely. It's a great and awesome idea. Yeah, I agree with that. I have also in the chat, Mary Ann said, I want to cut cord also. I have never been watched. I will watch Great Anatomy and something like that, or something like that. Yes. Great
I have
Anatomy
not.
sounds great. I'm gonna be
Yes.
I'm so bad when it comes to this show because I haven't watched Great Anatomy. People have talked to me about it. They told me it's super great. The same thing at Game of Thrones. To get into it, Rebecca me.
Yes. It's I used to watch it, and now it's still on apparently, which I was shocked about because I think it's season 3004. But I've heard it's pretty good.
I agree. Any more answer to this question, guys? Please type them down in the chat or raise your hand or talk to us about it. Any specific platform that you will be interested in trying? The ones that we have discussed today, please let us know.
And I actually have a Roku at home. And the nice thing is that on the remote itself, it has a Netflix button. So I don't have to do anything to my TV to get it to the right input or anything. It goes straight to Netflix. So that's both the blessing and the curse.
Thank you. I see John said Mad Men. Thank you. And Mary Ann
Yes.
said also, most people I know use Hulu and Netflix. Yes, Hulu and Netflix is good, even though you have to pay for it. You have a lot of documentaries, series, movies, right, Rebecca? It will
Yes.
keep yourself entertained while you're home, basically. So it's pretty good. Hulu, I'm not that familiar with it, but I have heard from people that Hulu is also great. You have a lot of series, TV shows there that is also great.
Where is it? I'm sorry. I just got your schedule, and I think I had attended physically a year or two ago. What exactly is streaming TV? Because when I hear streaming, I think it's going to get cut off or something like that. So what is streaming TV?
That's actually a great question. I'm actually going to go back to this slide here. And streaming, it's essentially the show that you're watching. It's a continuous feed. So meaning if you're watching, I used to love watching The Office back when it was on, and I actually watched it in Spanish and all the other languages. And the fun part is that when you stream it like that, I mean, you can watch one episode and then realize you spent 3 hours because that one episode turned probably into 8, and you just lost a couple of hours to your life to an amazing program.
Wait, so is streaming binge watching?
Streaming is the platform on which you can binge watch because essentially it doesn't provide you an end to a show really. It gives you maybe 15 seconds before the first show ends and the second one starts. So unless you really cut it off, it will just keep going and going and going like the stream. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, John, for that great answer. Rebecca That was a great answer to it and a great question from John. I also have Nan saying, is there a Hulu button on Roku?
Yes, I think there. I don't have my remote with me right now, but I believe there is.
Yes, I don't want to say yes and then it's no, but I think so as well. Yes. And Audrey said there are also Amazon Prime. So Amazon Prime is a membership that you pay for it, and you
Yes.
also Rhoda Jacob, sorry, said my TV is not a smart TV. Are you planning to get one? Let us know.
This is Nan. I have one, but I haven't taken it out of the box. I don't know what to do with it.
Mm.
So,
Oh,
so I mean, do I cut the cable and no longer can I surf through the guide to see what's on? Now I have to know what's on and then go to that. How does it work?
Sorry, with the cutting the cord, I'm not. I mean, I think if you're going to be doing the smart TV, I think it's best before you hook it up, or as you're hooking it up, to talk to the manufacturer and your provider to kind of see what they offer and what they suggest. Michelle, do you have any other perspective on that?
I agree with you. Same thing I was about to say about it.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So is Roku have a TV guide of what time things come on or or do you have to basically know what you want to watch and just go to it on your remote?
I've actually only used my Roku for things like Netflix and Hulu, so I can speak to that. And I know that that is there. I've actually never used it. That I use it for separate things, but then for my cable, it's just my regular cable remote, and I can see what I would normally see that way.
Oh, so you have Roku and cable.
Yeah,
Oh,
living on the edge.
yeah, boy.
Of course. Marianne also mentioned it got so many apps like a phone. Someone will help from manufacturer. Samsung does this.
Yes,
Yes. Mm-hmm. I
very
agree.
important. It's very important, guys, to realize that even when you're buying like a smart TV or any kind of product, just to double check that you're getting it from a manufacturer who does have that kind of support. Many of the known brands do have tech support and other kinds of help that you need.
Yes, completely agree with Rebecca. Yes, so true. Just make sure of that. Yes, I don't see anything in the chat, Rebecca. Nobody else have raised their hand. So I'm wondering if anybody else have any comments about this. Oh, I see Rhoda Jacob said, I did get a Roku stick, but haven't used it yet. If I cut the cable, how do I know what programs I can continue to get? I watch PSP stations and several news stations.
That's a great question. I mean, I think I would default, and Michelle either agree with me, disagree with me, or jump in here. But I mean, I think for me, I would really talk to both your provider and then also the company that you're getting the product from and see what their question is. Oh, and then Nan said that was my question, but Rhoda asked it better. And then Marianne said, if you go to youtube.com, it will take you through something reset up. Awesome. Thank you. Yes, we love YouTube. We go to it for everything. Michelle can attest to that. So thank you. And I believe
Mm-hmm.
Rhoda said, I got a Roku stick, but haven't used it yet. If I got cable, how do I know what programs like, okay, yes, okay. I would just double check with Roku itself and then also your cable, all your other providers to kind of get that sense. Because I've actually never used it for cutting the actual cord. I've only used it for streaming.
Yes, same thing here. Okay.
So
Any other
so
questions?
on
Yes,
one
Miss Nan.
TV,
Yes. Mhm.
Rebecca, on one TV you have it is a smart TV and you have your cable coming into that TV also. Is that correct?
Well, it's kind of like I use the connection of the Roku to be able to stream from my one TV. And so I technically guess it's a smart TV because I've given it that capability to stream stuff to it, but it's not like I know that Samsung makes a smart TV and all these other
Yep.
people do. So it's not like that exactly. It's really just kind of making my very old TV a little bit more effective so I can stream on it.
Ah, okay.
A great question. Does anyone else have questions or comments or musings?
I can tell you, when I got my first smart TV, I started to go on technical manuals and was going crazy over it. And then my coworker just said, no, that's not the way you do it. Just go to the store, Best Buy, and look at what reception looks the best, and that's it. And just the only thing that was crazy at the time, I forgot what it was. There were 3 formats that were available at that time. I forget the first one that they probably don't use. It said it used to burn out the screens, and then there was the HED and the LED, whatever it was. And it seemed to me that I forget which one, but the middle one looked better than the newest one. And the salesman said that, well, we sort of said it that way in the store, but you're really better off getting the the latest. And I was still very happy with it. Just a while ago, I had people come into the house and they said, God, look at the reception on that. So, and I mean, this thing is I think since 2012. So I'm happy, happy with that. But generally, anything major purchase that I buy, I like to research it. And it's just such a pain really doing all that research because it just gets to be confusing because I'll go on consumers and then I'll see what people say, about the product elsewhere. And, nobody's ever 100% happy with anything. So it's just really, really confusing. It gets to the point where you just say, okay, you know what? I got to make my decision and that's it.
I agree with that, Mr. Young. I'm that type of person too. I like to do a lot of research. I read reviews, I see, but remember, you might like a product. Another person might not like the product. So at the end of the day, it's up to you to make that decision if you want to purchase or not. But I go a lot by the reviews. I'm reviewing, if I'm looking at an item basically, and all the reviews are 1 star, I'm gonna be like, this is a little bit tricky. I'm not gonna purchase that item because it's only 1 star. But who knows? Maybe I do buy that item and it works perfectly fine for me. But like Mr. Jones said, yeah, sometimes doing a lot of research can be very confusing because different sites also offer different information. I agree with that, but I like what you did as well, that he went to Best Buy, right? And he asked. Those people are also very trained and they will know a little bit more about that item because they actually can take it out, put it on display and show you all the things that the item offers.
Yeah, and I have to say, I also had gone to Sears and I was not impressed with their salespeople at all.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow, yeah. The Sears closed down. I don't even remember. I think they did close down, right?
Well, most of them, I think.
Yeah. I actually depend, like I said, a lot of stores. Best Buy, I know, is one of the biggest ones, and they actually train their salespeople like to be able to answer different questions, and that's why they have them in different departments too. Like some people are specialized, for example, with smart TVs, with laptops, computers, iPads. So yes. All right. If there any question or any comment, please type it down in the chat or please let us know. I know our host, Rebecca, will be back in a second.
Yeah, I have a quick, because, I just printed out the schedule. And is there an explanation of what everything is? Is there a better explanation of, what things are? Because I got the senior tech. So let's say if
that will be a question for Rebecca, right, Rebecca?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Can you repeat? Oh, yes.
Hi.
That Rebecca, not me, Rebecca.
Which event are you looking at in particular?
Let's see. I see smart homes, dementia care, and virtual programming. I'm not concerned with the dementia care, but I'm wondering what the virtual programming is.
Right, right. So if you, I know you have a printed out sheet right now. If you have access to the internet, you can also go to the Bay Ridge Center's website, and it's /senior.tech. I will post it in the chat right now. And that way you can see the full calendar of events. And typically if it's a vendor, you're able to visit their website as well to kind of see what they're all about. But unfortunately, as of right now, I think that we only have the descriptions that are on the website. I'm posting it in the chat right now if you'd like to see the rest of the calendar.
Okay, thank you for posting that in the chat, and that was a great question.
Thank you. So John is in the chat, okay?
All right, yeah, I'm copying it right now.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Trying to copy it.
Great. So as John is copying that, does anyone else have any other comments, questions? What are your thoughts? Are we going to be streaming Wizards after this, or what's going on?
I see Marianne thinking about it. She's like, maybe yes, maybe no, right? I see her thinking about it. Maybe yes, maybe no. You have time to think. Don't worry. All right. So I don't see any other questions in the chat or any comments in the chat, Rebecca. I don't see any with their hand raised. Oh, I see Marianne.
Oh, Marianne.
Yes. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on. She's wait, Marianne, you're muted. Hold on. Okay, can you unmute yourself, Marianne?
I thought I did. I'm sorry. Doesn't say.
No worries. No worries, though. We just saw your mouth moving, or we didn't see it. We didn't hear anything, so we wanted to hear what you had to say.
Okay. See, I don't watch TV to really watch TV. I basically figured out how to set my phone to my TV for YouTube. And, you know, I watch concerts a lot with the YouTube app. So I was thinking that maybe they had some way that you could use YouTube, okay, without going actually on the app, because I don't pay a subscription for it. But I was wondering, can you use the app if you're not paying for a subscription?
Yes, you can. YouTube is free. If you want to, I think it's like, yeah, I think it's YouTube Red or whatever is the thing that you have to pay for. But yeah, YouTube is completely free. You can access it without an account nor a subscription. So it's completely open.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
You're
very welcome, Mary.
Can you get YouTube on the television?
Yes.
You can.
Yes. I
yes.
think, well, I know, I'm trying to, I mean, I know with like my Roku, for example, I can. So if you have streaming capabilities on your TV, you can get YouTube.
Yes, I agree. I have it on my TV, yes. Mm-hmm. Netflix too. You get Netflix there too.
Well, you guys have had some great questions, and you've been so engaged. Before we wrap up, anyone else? I don't want to leave anybody out.
Yes, if there any question or comment, please let us know now before we wrap up this presentation for today. All right, I don't see anything in the chat, Rebecca. I don't see no raised hands, so I think we're good.
Thank you, guys. Oh, wait, go ahead.
Sorry, thank you. Thank you so much for your presentation, and thank you everyone for joining us today. I'm going to put up a quick poll just to see how you like today's session. It's super fast, it's optional, but it's there for you if you'd like to respond. And thank you so much for teaching us all this afternoon. I think we all really appreciated it. So thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And actually,
much, Rebecca.
Are we able to see the results of the poll possibly?
You know what? I don't think so. I think it goes to my colleague Rachel, but she would be able to report it along. You've been in touch with Rachel, right? Rachel could probably get that.
Yeah, I've been in touch with David, so I'll make sure to,
Perfect. Okay.
Perfect.